Good afternoon, everybody. Today, I'm going to make some rhubarb cookies. I know I told you we had a rhubarb out in my garden, so I picked a bunch the other day and had in the refrigerator. So today I'm going to make rhubarb cookies. So first of all, I'm going to start out with 1 cup of butter. Put this in here. Okay, we have 1 cup of butter. And then we're going to go with 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Everybody tells me that, you know, when I start doing my cookies, I go through fast and they take some longer. Well, I measure and do all of my stuff ahead of time while I have a few minutes. If I'm going to do something in the morning, I will get all the ingredients out, measure it out and everything the night before, just so it doesn't take so long when I'm doing this here. So then I'm going to go with 2 eggs. Let's see. There's 1 egg. Well, we've been having some beautiful days. Of course, we did get quite a bit of rain, but some of the days were really nice here. Busy all the time, so. And some teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. And I'm going to mix this up a little bit. This all off. Okay. Just mix that a little bit. I hope everybody is fine. Beautiful day today. It's really a little cold and breezy out, but otherwise it's not raining, and that's one good thing. We can at least do some things outside. So now I'm going to need 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to put in a little at a time. Now I've taken my rhubarb and I've cut them into very, very small pieces for these. And if then I've left it in my strainer to get rid of all the excess liquid and stuff in it. So if when you're done mixing your cookies up, if it seems like it's a little too liquidy, that maybe when you bake them they're going to spread, just set it in the refrigerator for a little while. Because, you know, you've got butter in here that is soft. And all the other soft stuff, all you do is put it in the refrigerator for a little while. It'll firm up, maybe 20 minutes, half hour. Okay, so now I'm going to put in extra salt. And it calls the cinnamon, it calls her half a teaspoon. And of course, I don't have cinnamon. This is my cinnamon and sugar mixture, so I'll just put half one of that in. Baking soda is 2 teaspoons. Gonna mix that a little bit. Get this off the beaters a little bit. And then I'm going to put oatmeal in before I put the rhubarb in. Okay, so the oatmeal is going to be 1 3/4 cup of quick oats. That's 3/4. Here's my cup. It's almost like making oatmeal cookies. and putting the rhubarb in. I've put my oven on at 350. Try to get this down in here. It's really looking good for a cookie batter. Okay. And as I said, I took my rhubarb, and you know, when you make pie and stuff, you cut it a little thicker or bigger, whatever you want to say. And so I did that, and then I went through and I chopped them up a little finer. So there, I got some really fine rhubarb in there. Put this in here. This is where you're going to get a lot of your liquid, so it's in your rhubarb, even though I've sat it. Now, if you do like I do, I can a lot of my rhubarb, because other people give me some, and I usually have a lot for the winter and stuff. So, if you're using your rhubarb out of your freezer, you let it thaw, and then you put it in your colander, and you let it sit. Do not squeeze all the moisture out, but you let it sit, and all that excess water will drain out, so you can use that. So get this off here. Now this calls for you can make frosting with this buttercream frosting, which most of you know by now that I don't use the buttercream frosting. I don't care for it, but everybody's got their own taste. So they also say you can use, let me get this off here. It also says you can use the, what is it called? Yeah, if you don't want to frost it, you can use the coarse sugar. You can sprinkle that on as soon as you remove it from the oven. I do not have coarse sugar, but I looked it up on Google, and it says I could also use sanding sugar. Coarse sugar would be a little bigger pieces. I've always used just sanding sugar, and I just sprinkle a little bit on before I put it in the oven. So, let's see what we got here. Got my cookie sheet, lined. So, we're going to put on, it says teaspoons. I have a tablespoon. Okay. So I'm going to drop them. I think I'm going to make a little more than make a really heaping teaspoon here. Remember, if it looks like it's too liquidy, you just go and put it in the refrigerator for a little while. That butter will harden just a little bit. It'll firm up, and then you'll be able to, they won't spread as much. So, see here, put this on. There we go. So I just dropped them on the cookie sheet. I just put a dozen on here to see how big they spread. If they spread a lot, then I'll put them farther apart. If they don't spread much, I can put more on the sheet. So that's at 350, and you're going to bake them for 15 to 18 minutes. So my first ones I usually put in for 12. Like I tell you, I usually do a little less because everybody's oven is different. So I'll be putting those in the oven. If you want to make your cream cheese frosting, it calls for 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 to 3 tablespoons of milk if you need it. Whip that up. If you leave these, I bake them today, put them in an airtight container, and if the longer you let them sit, like don't eat them tonight, eat them tomorrow, the flavor will be stronger and it should be nicer. I think that's about it. I'm going to give you the directions again. It says it takes 30 minutes for your prep time, but you know, I do mine ahead of time. So I used 1 cup of softened butter, 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 2 eggs at room temperature, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 3/4 cup of quick cooking oatmeal, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then 1.5 cups of rhubarb finely chopped. It's at 350 for 15 to 18 minutes. Now, I don't know if I told you when I made something the other day, I made rhubarb. If you have rhubarb left, maybe a cup, no, what am I going to do with it? If you don't want to make bread or anything with it, put it in a pan. Put it in a saucepan. Put a little bit of water in it. Put it on the stove and let it cook. If it gets too dry, put a little more water in it. Mash it down with your fork. If you have a potato masher, mash it down. You're still going to get little pieces and stuff in it. Then when that's all done, put sugar in it to your taste. Mix it up. It's like it's actually a rhubarb sauce. You can use it on ice cream. You can just eat it like it is, the rhubarb sauce. But keep it in the refrigerator when you're done with it. So, well, thank you again. I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I still got quite a bit in here, so I'm going to be doing cookies for a while. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. And enjoy your rhubarb. I think next time it'll probably be rhubarb bread. So take care. God bless. Bye-bye.